Hello, welcome to SquishiVision. I've just finished watching What If Captain Carter fought the Hydra Stomper. Was not expecting this episode to be as good as it was. It was a really good episode. Even like the fight sequences and the choreography was like live action level. I mean, it's hard. Well, I say that's a bit unfair, especially as someone who grew up watching Dragon Ball Z. I know animation like fight sequences could be like next level. But fight sequences and like these animated like MCU shows haven't been that fab, I don't think. This one really stood out. Like they put a lot of care into making the fight and action sequences look good, you know, especially with all the moving pieces and all the people. Absolutely like the same way that how it gets pumping in other kind of sequences, it got pumping in here. I expected the story to be very much a rehash of the Winter Soldier, and it actually really wasn't. I did think the kind of resolve of Captain Carter basically being like, if we're gonna die together, was a bit too much of an easy wrap up, with the whole kind of like, in the Winter Soldier was more time given to kind of slowly chipping away at that kind of conditioning, which wasn't given here. Like if it was gonna break because of that, it really should have broken earlier, if anything. But that's, you know, a minor nitpick of the episode. Generally thought the rest of it was really good. I like the details of how, like, because Captain Carter is here, everyone else's positioning has kind of changed slightly. Like the Avengers, instead of it being the Hulk, we've got, for some reason, the Hulk is there instead of, the Wasp is there instead of the Hulk. Even though Banner is part of this like universe as like a scientist, he's not the Hulk, I guess. I guess that kind of makes sense actually, with Steve Rogers not being nice anymore. I guess maybe maybe process of how that ripples. The fact that Barnes is Secretary of State. I don't know how US politics works. Is there only one Secretary of State? Is there multiple Secretaries of State? I don't know. But Barnes is Secretary of State. He's has the role that Alexander Pierce had. This wasn't like a whole like Winter Soldier conspiracy film with, you know, Hydra being controlled, or at least I wasn't like play here. We brought in elements of Black Widow earlier. Romnov killed the head of the Red Room in a much more direct way with a corkscrew to the neck rather than a explosion, which didn't work. So that assassination worked, and it kind of put Melinda in charge of the Red Room instead, who was a much less kind of character and much more of a villain. Fight sequences between her and Natasha were really good. I like the action between Hydra, Stomper and Captain Carter. Some nice use of the environment for the combat as well. It was much more kind of action oriented, but still like didn't lose a lot of the kind of the drama, I guess. Although I guess it wasn't really the strongest point. But I got like I got the fact that the characters were in the places that they were in, and they had the feelings that they had. That was a really like referential sentence. But it's 1:20 in the morning, so you can excuse me. What else was I gonna say? I did like the twist as well. The fact that it made sense that part of the Red Room conspiracy here was actually just to get Captain Carter in alone so they could like dissect her, because obviously she is like this powerful woman, and they want to kind of use that to kind of make their widows powerful. Oh, in terms of combat choreography, one thing I didn't like was that you had the widows on one side, Black Widow on the other side, and they're both shooting at each other with no cover in between, and somehow no one got hit. And I hate when that happens. I think about it a lot. I hate when that happens. And like, you can't, like, if you have no cover and someone shoots at you with automatics, no less, or even pistols, and someone accurate as Black Widow, you're probably gonna hit at least one of them or graze them or something. But no, apparently not. So Star Power was a bit odd. What else? I'm trying to push it to about 7 minutes, so I can match the other video at least. But no, I think this was a much more solid episode. I just finished my invisible water bottle. Well. Oh yeah, I like the redo of Battle of New York. That was a nice kind of opener. Oh, and yeah, there was much more of an arc kind of input into this episode with the Watcher, bookmarking it, doing his whole "I am the Watcher" speech, which is missing from the first bunch of these episodes so much. We saw him repairing the, I guess, world between worlds and the multiverse, where he exists, and damage the last episode, last series, so that was a nice bit of continuity there. And then we got the start, the kind of the threading towards the arc, which is she's called Wonder Mother in the credits, summoning Captain Carter into like what appears to be a version of the multiverse where our Avengers are all fantasy heroes, and I'm really ecstatic about that concept. It's very kind of Trek in its kind of what if this but this. Also, that's very Marvel comics, so I'm looking forward to that. And watch the final episode that I haven't caught up on yet, which I'm really excited about because it's the one with the new original character, so we'll see how that plays out. I'll see you. I said half an hour last time and I get distracted and like push this back an hour, so hopefully this by 2 you'll see me again.